bombed auditions and lost competitions. Been afraid we had disappointed people. But here's the plot twist. Those failures became some of our biggest glow-ups. Let's talk about why sometimes failing is the best thing that can happen. This is Voices with a Heart. All right, everybody. Hello. Hi, Raynah. Hope you're doing well. How are you?
So excited to be here with you, my best friend.
Thrilled. So I know you're Miss California Teen USA.
Yes.
So you've been competing in pageantry for pretty much your whole life, right?
Right.
So back when you first started competing, did you win right off the bat? Tell me about it.
I didn't win my first year. I actually competed in a pageant that my twin sister competed in, and she won. And I wanted her to crown me, but I didn't win that year, and I was really sad. But I went my second year, and I won. And I learned that I just had to get in my groove. And, I mean, winning your first pageant, I would rather not, because I had to learn that even when you fail, you can always rise again.
So how old were you when you first started competing in dance?
I think I was 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Okay.
Yes, I was really young.
So if you remember anything about them, what do you remember about those very first competitions? Like, were you excited? Were you scared? Tell me about it.
I was so excited. I was doing it with my twin sister. So we had these matching outfits with red lipstick and eyelashes on for the first time. And if you don't know, I love makeup. So that kind of helped me get into my love of makeup, actually.
Oh, wow, I love that.
Being able to compete, it was so fun. It actually taught me a lot of memorization and hard work, but it was definitely a fun time for me, especially being with my twin sister and having that time, because later on, she actually got really good at dance, and I couldn't keep up with her, but she's really good. She still competes.
For you, though, like every competitor has those moments where things just don't go as planned at all.
Definitely.
Like you missed a step, you felt like shaky on a certain move, the judges were just super tough. Can you share a moment early on where something didn't go right and how it affected you?
Definitely. I think I fell or something when I was dancing.
Oh, no.
I slipped, and it was really scary for me and embarrassing. I was like laughing, but I was laughing about it.
Oh, that's good though.
For me, I'm not a person that will cry from embarrassment.
Good.
I will laugh because I'm a laugher.
No, for
I'm
real,
always
like,
laughing.
yeah.
It's just my thing, but I was just having fun. I honestly don't take it too seriously with dance
good.
because
it's like it's not that deep.
It's something that I love. It's fun. I also love dancing with my dad. I teach him all the time. He doesn't know ballroom, but I try to teach him.
Okay, that's fun though.
Yeah.
So, failure is natural. It's part of the process.
Failure is.
It's something that is required to happen in order to get better.
What is something that you failed at that not a lot of people know about that really hurt you but also helped you grow?
Ooh. I didn't have an answer for this.
I know that's a hard question. I know, it's a good question.
Okay, so something that I failed at that really shaped me. So voiceover. Okay. I came so close. This was, in fact, one of the first things that I almost ever booked as soon as I finished my training. I got so close to booking one of the main characters on a Cartoon Network show. Wow. I was on callback, and they literally had it narrowed down to 2 people. I was like 9 or 10 or something, and the person who I was competing with was like this well-known like beast of voiceover. So I'm like this little kid, and then next to this Goliath of voiceover in his skill and talent, and I didn't book it. I was so close, and I remember I was so disappointed. I was like, how was I supposed to compete with that? Blah,
exactly,
blah, blah.
like how?
But it turns into a case of, okay, when does the mindset turn from why am I not good enough into what steps can I take to get better?
To get there.
To get better, right. So I learned, I started looking at what the competition was doing, what the successful competition was doing, right? So it's like, how are they acting? How are they reading those scripts? How are they doing their auditions? What's their process? And in doing that, I ended up getting more successful later on, booking with Universal Kids and droners in the animation world.
Well, that's amazing, because I think always having those times where you fail teach you a lot, and I loved hearing about that.
For sure. When you moved from dance into pageantry, which I know pageantry, there's a lot of hard work that goes into that.
It's way different than dance.
You had some incredible highs, but also some difficult days. So what are those like moments where you didn't win? And what did they teach you that winning couldn't teach you?
I think they taught me that it's okay not to win because it teaches you a lot, but also being patient with it. I think you always have a time where you're supposed to win. So I say it's always a plan, and I don't need to know what's going to happen, but I know that it happened for a reason.
Right.
So that's what I always think about is maybe next year I'll win. Maybe I'll compete for 5 years and not even win. But
For sure.
pageants really taught me to grow up, have good public speaking skills.
Right.
That was hard for me when I was a kid. I was really shy. I didn't want to talk to people. I even would go in an interview room, and I actually had a shirt that my mom gave me, and it said, I don't like to talk to people. I like to talk to dogs. And it was true.
I know that shirt. Actually, I've actually seen that one. That's
and
funny.
I love that shirt, and I still think the same way, but I love being able to make new connections and getting myself out of my comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So, the real gist of it is you have to keep trying
Definitely.
regardless of being told no.
Exactly.
Even if you're told no, that doesn't mean you should quit. That doesn't mean you should
That means
give
you
up.
just try harder, get better, and be ready for the next time.
I started auditioning back when I was about 9, 10 years old. And in fact, I didn't book my first job up until my 75th audition. That was years worth of auditioning. And I remember when I first got very close to some, like I was called back, and we had just been narrowed down to 5 talent. And I remember feeling definitely like that rejection definitely stung a little bit, but I didn't let it get to me, and I didn't let it define how good I am. Yes, I didn't book, but does that mean that my value as an actor is going down? No. It just means that I'm not right for that role. You just have to keep persisting.
Keep going.
And as I kept going, I finally booked something. I ended up landing my first gig, and it was with Universal Kids. So my first gig as a voice actor was just incredible. You know,
that's
I've had
amazing.
people have told me like they recognized my voice, and through each rejection, I found a way to get better. What went wrong that I can improve? It should be the mindset of not why am I not good enough? It should rather be what can I do to get better?
Exactly.
Yes.
I agree with you because my sister actually, she loves acting, and she's had so many times where she hasn't gotten the audition right or she hasn't done the best that she could, but she's learned so much from it, and she's been loving doing it, but learning more. Even if you get rejected, you can keep going and you'll get where you want to be one day.
Right. With voiceover, that required for me years of training, years of coaching, workshopping, peer studies. And obviously, with that work comes trying to actually land the job. And in trying to land those jobs, you are told no hundreds of times. My gig to not gig ratio is like crazy. I have a handful of wins, but lots of rejections.
Takes years.
But those rejections are what shaped me into the voice actor I am today. That's the reason why I ended up booking with Universal Kids. Then when it comes to video games and animation, I booked Droners in 2019, and that was probably my second really big gig after that. So those no's tell you what you need to work on in order to get better. So I said, I had this audition that I got really close to, but what did I do wrong? Could I have been a bit more expressive? Could I have used more nonverbals? How can I make this better when I'm surrounded by all of this great talent? And in applying what I've learned, I was able then to get these gigs. Now, what about you? Pageantry is definitely, absolutely not easy.
It's a lot.
Even though
a lot of work.
you all look so beautiful and graceful, you make it look easy being up there, but I know it's hard. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it takes years of dedication and a lot of hard work. I definitely, for California Teen USA, I was working really hard for a whole year, actually 2 years. And it was really hard for me because I was trying to grasp all these things that I wanted to talk about, interview, walks, just thinking about all these things
Right.
because you have to think about those things to get where you want to be. And
Right.
so I took years of dedication. My mom was always rooting for me, always there for me. And even in the hard times, like the day before I went out to go compete, I was crying. I was crying because I was like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do this. And you just get in those moments and where you get in your head, but you have to really realize that you have it all. You just have to believe in yourself. And once I did that, I won. And I was so excited. It was so hard, but I got to where I wanted to be at the end of the day through all those crying times, those times that I doubted myself, I still got there.
Absolutely. So, like, that just goes to show you that no effort is a waste.
Exactly.
All effort that you are doing matters at the end. Working hard is guaranteed a positive output.
Even through college, like how is that for you? Even just having hard times, trying to learn things, trying to get things done, get your papers done. I know that it takes a lot of hard work and dedication with that.
Oh, absolutely. When I first started college, I saw the to-do list, Canvas being our learning system that just shows the assignments that you have. And I was like, I don't really know how to do this. And a couple of assignments went missing. But I ended up reeling it back in and communicated with my professors, and I ended up fixing that problem. And now I've essentially mastered college studenthood. Everything gets done as soon as it's assigned.
Responsible.
Very responsible. So, yes, it's definitely trial and error.
And now you're graduating soon.
Yes. And a lot of that can be applied to coding, too, because learning how to code is definitely hard. And the best way to improve at something is to fail.
Exactly.
There's a very good saying that goes, the master has tried more times than the novice has failed.
Exactly.
Or no, wait. The master has failed more than the novice has tried. That's what I meant. I got it flipped.
There you go. But you got it.
Yes, that just means you cannot have mastery over something without failing at it a bunch of times.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can't get somewhere unless you have those times where you doubt yourself or you can't get up from it, but you always get up and try again.
Absolutely.
And you will succeed.
For sure. All right. So, Raynah, when you're performing, have you ever maybe even fell or done anything a little bit embarrassing before?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a story about that.
I was wearing this fringe outfit.
Okay.
It was really heavy. Ooh. Really heavy.
Oh.
Okay. It was like sunset colors. I was feeling just like in a good mood. And I was just on stage and walking like a model. I'm like, yes. And then there's these stairs.
Oh.
I don't like stairs. Look at me.
Okay, yeah.
And I slipped down the stairs, fully smacked the floor. Yeah. And everybody was watching. My family, my mom. And my mom is
it on video?
I just know she's freaking out. I didn't. It's probably on video.
It's probably on video.
I know my mom was freaking out, but she didn't say anything.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. When your mom doesn't say anything, it's not a good sign.
Yep.
So I went back in the changing room because I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I'm done. This is it. I'm already embarrassed enough. Everybody saw me fall. Then the lady that was doing my hair, she was really nice, and she told me, she was like, you have to try again.
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious? Like, I just fell on my face. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, you have to try again. So I go.
Yeah.
I'm on stage, and I get through it. And my mom was texting me. She was like, I am so proud of you.
Oh,
You got back up again,
Yes.
and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
And I was so scared. I was like, she was quiet. Like, I don't know.
You got it. You fought
I got
for
it,
yourself.
and
Yeah.
I fought for myself. So always stand up again, even if you fall, because
Absolutely.
it teaches you a lot. And it also makes your mom really happy.
Yes,
so
I actually
definitely keep doing that. So I'm curious who you were up against on that audition that you were talking about. I really want to know.
Okay, so I actually went up against Tom Kenny, known primarily for being the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wow.
Among many other characters. So it was for Sumo in the TV show Clarence on Cartoon Network. And Tom Kenny was the voice of Sumo. But, I think it's really crazy. It's like, wow, that's so close. Like, that's who I'm up against. That's the kind
That's
of
a lot of
competition.
pressure.
And
It's hard.
And I think it does speak very positively about the work that I put into my training. If this is who I'm in this is the applicant pool that I'm in. Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh, SpongeBob, like,
I love that. That's amazing. You should have done that when he was there.
Oh my gosh, no. I was like, hey, Tom Kenny, I'm stealing your thing. Like,
did you?
No.
You should have.
I didn't see him. I wasn't in the room with him, but
well, maybe he'll see this podcast.
Yeah, maybe Tom Kenny, if you're watching.
We love you.
You're awesome.
We love you.
Yes.
We inspire to be like you.
Yes, very much inspired. Yeah.
Bro, I can't. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that you were up against SpongeBob. That's a lot.
Crazy.
For me, I'm up against a lot of people, and a lot of people kind of like SpongeBob, like with a lot of experience. And there are some people in Harvard, in colleges, and I'm not in college yet. So it was a lot of pressure trying to measure up and trying to get the point of why I'm here today and what I really want to do to make a difference. So it was a lot, but I got to learn different things, different points to bring in, like my app and like these amazing things that I want to do to help other kids be able to read. And just being able to realize those things that you have that not a lot of people can say they do. And for me, I had problems with reading, and I turned it into something that I could really help others with.
I admire you for that.
Thank you. It's a lot of work. It's hard because having those times of not believing in yourself, having those times where you're learning and you don't feel like anything's coming out of it, but now I can actually help other kids be able to learn and be able to go to college and do so many things that they dream of.